Hello, audience. My name is Dawson. His name is Justin.
Hello.
And welcome back to Recommendation Mondays, Ep.5. This is the show where Justin recommends me a movie, I recommend him a movie, we go watch said movies, and we come back and review said movies. Now, Justin, what is your movie that you're going to recommend to me this week?
So the movie I'm recommending to you this week is an action movie from a few years back. Not that sure the year, but it's a movie I saw in theaters and thought was pretty good. The
Oh, I
movie
know it
you're
is.
watching this week is Olympus Has Fallen.
I knew it! I knew it because you talked about it so many times, and then recently when London Has Fallen came out, you want to see that too, but we ended up not seeing it.
Oh, I saw it with my brother.
Oh, you ended up seeing it. We didn't
Yeah.
see it together. All right, that's fine. I mean, that's fine. There was like three or two or three president movies that came out that year.
It was Olympus Has Fallen and White House Down.
Yeah, it's just like what the hell, and they came out with like a month of each other.
Yeah.
Um, all right, cool. That's gonna be fun, I guess. A movie I've wanted to see but haven't gotten around to it. But my movie for you this week is a movie I saw about a week and a half ago, maybe 2 weeks ago. I really enjoyed it, and I thought, hey, I'd recommend it to you.
I'm
And
watching
then
The Hobbit.
watching The Hobbit. No, because I watched The Lord of the Rings and not The
Oh.
Hobbit.
Yeah.
You're watching Here Comes the Boom. It is a movie
Okay.
starring what's his face? I always
Kevin
forget.
James.
Kevin James, and he's a. You'll see.
Yep.
All right, now let's go watch his movies.
We're back in a flash. And we're back. So I just got done watching Here Comes the Boom, and Dawson just got done watching Olympus Has Fallen. And now we're going to discuss it all. And as usual, I shall go first. So Here Comes the Boom, a 2012 movie. Um, the synopsis is a high school biology teacher looks to become a successful mixed martial arts fighter in an effort to raise money to prevent extracurricular activities from being axed at his cash-strapped school. What?
I love the plot of that movie. It's just so ridiculous.
It really is, but it is still a pretty alright movie for being as ridiculous as it can be.
Yeah.
Of course, it stars Kevin James, Selma Hayek, Henry Winkler, and other people, but those are just the first three names. Um, but it's a pretty good movie. I had a alright time watching it. It's definitely not something I would have watched if you didn't recommend it to me. It's just nothing I was ever interested in. But I am okay with watching it. I'm not. It didn't. I didn't love it. I didn't hate it, but I had a pretty good time. Um, I liked his entrance song. I
Yeah.
have no clue who even made that song, but it still sounded like a good song.
Yeah, like
Um,
at the end that the uh the kid sang at the final fight.
yeah.
Yeah, the final fight was pretty good.
hmm Um, one thing I found kind of funny was in this movie, Kevin James has relations with Selma Hayek, and the
Yeah.
grown-ups Adam Sandler had was basically married to her. So I just found that
Yeah.
kind of funny. And it's like the same people always seem to work together, especially around that time. It was like grown-ups and grown-ups too, and then this movie it seemed like actors seem to like work a lot together in
Mm.
these kinds of movies. And then like Pixel with Adam Sandler and Kevin James again, it seems like they always stick together. Um, but I mean, I don't really have much to say about it because it didn't really move me one way or another. I enjoyed watching it, and the fights were kind of cool.
Yeah. A lot of
And
fun.
but of course, it has one of the things that I hate in a lot of movies, and that is scenes of people throwing up, and I hate that. Even if it's just a small puke or a massive one, I just hate it. I hate it with a passion.
Like, why would you keep homemade applesauce in your back window? It's just,
But it was okay.
I mean, that's what I thought of it too. It was a decent watch, and
Did you buy this one or did you just watch it online?
no, I watched it on on the Xfinity app.
Okay.
But yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
So Dawson, what did you think of Olympus Has Fallen?
Um, so I did really enjoy it. I thought it was a really good action thriller. It definitely had me on the edge of the seat for the first about half hour. Um, and it never really lost me. I never was like, this is out of the frame of reality for this kind of movie. I felt like the characters were real for the most part. I mean, I'm sure that not many. The main the evil guy in this movie was kind of he didn't seem that threatening. Besides when he was like killing people,
Mm-hmm.
but he was kind of like the final fight between him and Gerard Butler, he got his ass kicked pretty bad. So I mean, yeah, whatever. Um, but I did really enjoy this. Olympus Has Fallen is as follows. So this is synopsis: disgraced Secret Service agent and former President guard Mike Banning finds himself trapped inside the White House in the wake of a terrorist attack. Using his inside knowledge, Banning works with national security to rescue the president from his kidnappers. So it's basically more or less what happens is a bunch of terrorists from Korea come in and take over the White House. They kill a lot of people, they do a lot of damage, and their goal is to get all these things called Cerberus codes, which hold the key to all of the nuclear weapons in the United States. There's three keys. One of them is the president's, and the other two, I can't remember what the two people hold those, but there's three Cerberus keys, which I thought was kind of cool because Cerberus is a dog with three heads,
Mm-hmm.
and there's three keys, and Cerberus is the gatekeeper to hell. This is basically the gatekeeper to all the nuclear weapons.
The nuclear
Uh,
hell.
yeah, so I thought that was pretty cool. It stars Gerard Butler, Aaron Eckhart, and Morgan Freeman, three great actors. Um, this I had no problems with this movie, but there's a few things where I kind of sighed at. There's one point in the movie where they destroy the Washington Monument, and then a few scenes later, they're doing an aerial shot of like a helicopter or something flying, and you can see the Washington Monument. I'm like, really? Like it's like almost like in the center of the fucking shot.
Mm.
I'm like, it just fell. It literally just got destroyed, and it's sitting right there. And then there's a point where they're sending in the SEAL team, and Gerard Butler's character is saying, "Don't send them in. Abort! Abort! Abort!" And they probably sent in like 6 or 7 copters, and when there was 2 left, they finally aborted the mission, but they still got shot down. It's like you guys, they were literally Morgan Freeman and the rest of the characters were literally sitting there watching a screen while all the other helicopters are being taken down and doing nothing but just jaws open, jaws dropped, and then finally when there's 2 left, he's like abort the mission. It's like come the fuck on, really, really. Um, but I thought that the movie had some good plot to it. Of course, like I mentioned, disgraced Secret Service man Mike Banning, that's Gerard Butler's character. He is not disgraced really, but basically at the beginning of the movie, during Christmas, the president is going to some type of banquet, and his wife is in the car. His wife and kid are all going to this banquet, and something happens. The cars get hit. They start sliding everywhere, and the president's car ends up on the side of the cliff. And while Gerard Butler and the rest of the Secret Service are trying to rescue the president, they kind of neglect the first lady, and she ends up dying. And he kind of feels a lot of remorse. The president, with every time he sees him, always thinks of his wife. So he kind of leaves the Secret Service. So that's why he's disgraced, even though it was more of a mutual thing. He needed to leave because he felt bad, and the president just couldn't be around him after that. the story makes sense for the most part. It is a high budget action movie, not high budget. I mean, I don't. It doesn't say the budget here, but it is a well budgeted action movie. The effects were good. Lots of explosions, lots of loud noises. The actors did their part. I mean, you felt for the characters when it was happening. A lot of the negotiation scenes, a lot of the high tense scenes where you're supposed to feel tense, you do feel tense. I felt myself kind of being fidgety in my chair and kind of, tensing up and holding my breath. So, I mean, it did what it was supposed to do. Another thing, another dislike about it that's not a high dislike, because I understand, I'll explain it afterwards, but there's a lot of really good choreographed action scenes and fighting scenes in this movie, but they're done in like the pitch black with little lighting, so it's kind of hard to see these choreographed scenes. So I wish there was a little bit more lighting, but of course, the president's or the White House, there's no power. Pretty much just being lit by the fire sitting on the ground or laying on the ground. So I understand why there's not that much lighting, but for these high choreographed fighting scenes, I would have liked more. I would have liked to see them more. But overall, I enjoyed it. We get to see London Has Fallen, so of course the three main characters, being Morgan Freeman, Gerard Butler, and Aaron Eckhart, get out alive. Spoiler alert. But yeah, I mean it's a lot of fun. I'm definitely, the next time I go to my local Big Lots, it's $5. I'm probably gonna pick it up there and just have it in my collection because I can see myself watching this movie again.
Mm-hmm.
So those are my thoughts, and I'm so on IMDb. Just a heads up, it has a 6.5 for Olympus Has Fallen,
Mm-hmm.
and then London Has Fallen has a 5.9. So it does have lower ratings. Oh, and by the way, for anybody that was as confused as I was about the title, Olympus Has Fallen is basically what they say when the White House is taken over.
Yeah.
They just say Olympus Has Fallen. It's just another code, just another term or code word or code phrase, whatever. I was confused before I watched the movie, but they kind of slipped it in real quick, and I was like, "Oh, okay, thank you for letting me know."
And plus,
Uh,
Olympus Has Fallen sounds cooler than White House Down. Because White House Down is too on the nose. Olympus Has Fallen is a cool code word.
yeah, it's a cool code word, but it also confused me until I watched the movie. It did confuse me. I was like, "What the fuck does Olympus Has Fallen to do with anything with this?" But I get it now. But yeah, Justin, those are my thoughts, my long-winded thoughts. But since you went first, how about you rate Here Comes the Boom?
So Here Comes the Boom. Like I said, it was alright. It wasn't spectacular. It wasn't shit. So I'm going to give it what I believe is a fair score of a 6.5.
Okay.
What would you rate Olympus Has Fallen?
Like I said, really enjoyed it. Gotta pick it up next time I have a chance to go out to my local Big Lots. So I'm gonna give it an 8.5
Hmm.
because I did enjoy it more than I thought I was, and I think it's a good popcorn flick. And actually, I did have some popcorn with it. So yeah.
Cool. That's pretty much it, guys.
Hey,
So,
hold on.
hold on.
Would you recommend it?
Sure.
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 Well, is that like in the middle?
I mean,
It's
yeah, because, like, I could see, like, a lot of people just, like, not caring about this movie. But in the right situation, it could be a good, fun family movie.
all right.
Would you recommend Olympus Has Fallen?
Yeah, I would. For any person that likes a good thriller, a good action movie, and has Morgan fucking Freeman in it. I mean, I think every movie with Morgan Freeman is just a recommend off the bat. So yeah, recommended and your part.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
So, like I was trying to say before, we'd like to thank you all for watching. Join us on Thursday for Throwback Thursday. And it's Dawson's pick this week, so we'll see what he has in store for us then. So see you guys.
Bye.